Hello, this is Sinister Gambino here with a new stream. And this stream I'm going to be going over the event week for this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. But yeah, starting off, the main vehicle edition is the Imponte Ruiner ZZ-8. And yeah, unfortunately the source I use for the performance is not doing like videos right now, so I don't really have like the performance for it. But I will do the customization for it now. And then for other things, there's new like smuggler like loot events going on, which involve like flares and then like the smuggler plane here. And then for biker bonus here, completing any MC Clubhouse contract this week will get you extra 50% money in RP, and then bonus of 200,000. New lineup for the Premium Deluxe Motorsports here. It's like the Impaler, the Dynasty, like Fagaloa, I think is one of them. On that top row as well. There's like the Sultan Classic and then like the Speedo, which is previously unreleased. A bit more details later. That was for our last event here. But yeah. There's a classic red Vapid Speedo, which would be online. There's the Weenie Dynasty and a classic Settle Brown paint job and an Oxide Taxi livery or whatever pronunciation. Nothing really more to say on that one. And then the Volcar Fagaloa in metallic cast iron silver. And it's also in the classic stripes livery. Dynasty and then the Fagaloa, I don't think are on any sort of discount, so I'm not really going to talk much more about those ones, I don't think. Talk a bit more about some of the other ones when I get into the actual game, though. I think the other ones are on discount. Luxury Autos here this time around has the brand new Imponte Ruiner ZZ-8 in the classic orange. And then there's actually also a Pariah in there, and it mentions it's on a 50% discount, because it is. But yeah, it is actually on discount as it states. And then also a Pariah is in like a pearlescent dark steel, and then it has like also like stripe livery as well. So those are the luxury like auto vehicles. I'll talk a bit more about the Pariah, I guess, later. No, actually, I might do that now because it's over here on like the menu thing. So I'll go over the like performance of it. Though it's not going to be the most up to date per se because of the new like sport cars, if there is any in this update, the Criminal Enterprise DLC. But I think it's still a pretty good sport car if I recall. But yeah. At least before the Criminal Enterprises DLC, the Pariah is a third place lap time and then third place top speed. So it's within like the top 3 for the sport class, and that's before Criminal Enterprise DLC. So even with like DLC additions from the Criminal Enterprise update, I still feel the Ocelot Pariah would still be pretty good. So I feel the Pariah is still a very good discount to obtain. 50% off, getting it half off, pretty huge as well, I would say. So that's like $1 million+ there. So I think you might even be able to get it like under $1 million this event. So might as well pick one up if you want one. Still think you can't go wrong with the Pariah. And then, yeah, you can still obtain the white beat-off earphones. The white beat-off earphones, you just have to do, like, certain, like, cell missions. Gun running, like Club Warehouse, MC, or Special Cargo. Doesn't say it on here, but I actually got mine for, like, vehicle cargo, so I know at least vehicle cargo works as well. And I wouldn't be surprised if, like, the smuggler, like, run sales work as well. So even though it doesn't mention it, the vehicle cargo is eligible for those white beat-off earphones, which are basically like the AirPods of the game. So yeah, that's still going on. So yeah, that's still going on from the initial release of the update. And top part was already there before. And all the rest of it's just old stuff. So I think that's basically everything I mentioned in the main menu here. So I think I'll go into the actual game here. First of all, I don't think they fixed the issue where like story mode like puts you on like the character select screen or whatever. So I gotta go through a public and an invite only. Or I could try creator on story mode, but I don't feel it's worth trying that. Because sometimes the creator has issues too for the story mode. Shouldn't be too long anyways though. And yeah, I'll probably start talking with like the time trials and whatnot first, because those are for like the actual map. And those are easy to do, like while I'm like going over to like the casino or whatever to do like the podium vehicle, going over that. And yeah, I might also use this time to show off like the locations for the like random events. I try to show the different locations for like the random events as well. I guess I'll start off showing off the price of the vehicle here. I'm not going to customize it later, obviously, but yeah, because actually on Stubborn, that's right. Beyond Stubborn San Andreas Super Autos is the new vehicle, the Imponte Ruiner ZZ-8, and that will be $1,320,000. And yeah, the Ruiner initially was a vehicle from like day one of the game, and it's like one of the like few variants of the Ruiner, so it's another brand new variant of the Ruiner. So the initial Ruiner was a very nostalgic vehicle for Grand Theft Auto 5, the story mode. But it has yet another model now, so it's pretty interesting. And yeah, when I buy it, I'll probably do it for the luxury autos, to be honest. I want to buy a vehicle for the luxury autos, since I have yet to do so. But again, I'll do the buying and customizing later. But now to look at the like locations for the like stuff right now for the random events. Today's first few I'll be marking will be the flares, the ones that have like the flares to them. And again, these are approximate locations, this is chance I'm like a little bit off by just a slight tad, but yeah. Flare number 1. This looks to be flare number 2. Flare number 3 looks to be like right here. Flare number 4 is like way up north. And then last but not least, flare number 5. Looks to be over here. But yeah. Flare 1, flare 2, flare 3, flare 4, flare 5. But yeah, apparently those are the 5 different possible locations for the flare, like random event that just got released with the new event. And it seems to be like an event where you like get one flare and then there's like another few to follow, and then I think at the end there's like a box of like a smuggler like cash or something you like get like $25,000 from or something. So yeah, you only get like $25,000 as far as I know for these different like events and like a couple files and like RP or something, so they're not gonna really be that worth it in my opinion. But still, they're new random events. They're kind of worth checking out at least once, I feel. But aside from that, I probably would pass on them unless you find them like randomly when you're about like doing other things in the game. But I wouldn't like dedicate your time per se to going about them unless you're trying to experience it for your first time. And by the way, all the locations I go over will be credited to GTA series videos. And I think GTA series videos also credited like Tez funds too or something. So those are my couple sources for the locations for these events. And then the smuggler planes, which is on like the main menu from earlier. Gotta mark those now. This will be number 1 here for the smaller plane. Number 2 smuggler plane looks to be over here. Number 3 smuggler plane seems to be like between these couple roads and whatever. Number 4 looks to be in like this little area over here. And then the last one for the smuggler planes from like the thumbnail thing and like the main menu earlier. Should be like around here. Okay, maybe that one's a little bit more to the road in there. But again, there could be There could be very small human error with my markings, but they should be mostly approximate locations, so you should be able to find. Number 1 through 5 again will be like flares, as I mentioned earlier. And 6 through 10 will be the smuggler like planes, whatever. So hopefully that'll help people find those random events. And in game, I would say that's kind of the best way to show it off. In terms of maps, I didn't really find much of like a good map on like Google. I think the best I found was GT series of videos. I just like looked at locations, took like a screenshot for them on like my camera app or something. And then I did all of that or whatever. And yeah, that's not new. I was just looking at it because I'm curious if the clubhouse contracts stack with the 2 times on there or with the like 1.5 times after doing it for the event. That's what I'm interested about. Probably not gonna play one because I might save it for like a different stream, but yeah. And yeah, real quick here again. I think there's certain times they need to be in like a public lobby for the events to spawn in this case. According to GT series and whatnot, it sounds like you have to be in like you have to be in your like lobby for like 20 minutes or something for the flares. Then you have to be in like a lobby for like at least 35 minutes, I think, for like just whatever, like planes or something. So I believe you need to be in your like same like session for like at least like 20 to 35 minutes from what I've heard from GT series videos, if I remember right on their video. So you might need to be in the lobby for a decent bit of time for them. So don't like panic and like switch different lobbies. And yeah. Obviously, even though you wait the 20 or 35 minutes, you might not also get the event either. Of course, they're random events, and some of them don't tend to spawn that easily, so you might also need to have like some luck with it as well. So hopefully I can show them both off, but if not, then I'm not gonna worry too much about it, because yeah, random events can be kind of inconsistent sometimes. But either way, if you go to those locations, there should be some chance to get them. Anyways, now I think would be a good time to go over to time trials and stuff. Alright. Regular time trial for the week is LSI 2. And it seems like it goes to Galileo Park. 2-minute 24-second part time. Okay, Galileo Park. It's either there, I think. Oh wait, no, that's a Court Center. Yeah, I think this is Galileo Park over here, I want to say. So I should go to there, I think. Not that bad, I would say. For a 2-minute part time. But yeah, as per usual, I recommend motorcycles versus supercars. For a motorcycle on 9th gen and the one vehicle I would mainly use for the time trials would be the HSW Hawktail Drag. HSW Hawktail Drag is pretty good on the 9th gen version. Being the only HSW motorcycle, I think makes it the best HSW vehicle and best vehicle in general on the 9th gen systems. Otherwise, if you're on 8th gen for the motorcycles, probably like the Western Reaver, the like Shotaro, Body 801, even the regular Hawktail Drag to an extent for 8th gen. For motorcycles, and yeah, for supercars, probably the Benefactor Krieger or like Trojan Emrys if you're on like the 8th gen. The Benefactor Krieger or Trojan Emrys on 8th gen. Even the new LM87 I think is pretty good from the Criminal Enterprise fleet from what I recall from Ruffy 1322. Again, credit for performances go to him for these town trials and whatnot. And then on 9th gen, you have the HSW supercars. Obviously, that could be pretty good. So that would be like the Cyclone 2, the Devastate, and then the Weaponized Ignis for the free like HSW supercars. Cyclone 2 is best for acceleration if you want to get to your like top speed pretty quick, but won't be a good top speed. If you want to get top speed, I think the HSW Devastate 8 is good for that. And then if you want to get cornering, I think the Weaponized Ignis is the one for that. For the 9th gen systems only. RC Bandito Town Hall this time around is Davis Quartz. And the main thing with the RC Bandito Town Trials is you want to know how to corner on them. And because there's only one vehicle, there's not really much vehicle advice per se to give on these. Just gotta know how to corner and whatnot, and like all the obstacles and stuff. One thing I will say though, I think the time trial ends over here, and then I think it kind of goes down here, near the end. So like from here to here, I think you want to do like a jump boost. So that's like the one good use for a jump boost on like RC Bandito time trials, is to do like a little jump here between like all 10 of the different time trials. I think it's like the one good use for the jump boost for the time trials, for the RC ones here. That's a little thing of advice, at least for this one. And last but not least, for HSW time trial, it will be Ron alternates. And it goes like down to like here or something. Yeah, I think that goes down in there. And yeah, obviously the best vehicle will be the HSW Hawktail Drag, the motorcycle HSW vehicle. And if you use the Hawktail Drag HSW, I say to use the train tracks, if I remember right. So motorcycle, you probably want to use the train tracks for the Hawktail Drag. Anything else though, I think you want to take like the highway or something. So that's some strategy for the HSW time trial. And then the class for premium races somewhere around is the supercar class. So I already gave good options for supercars for 8th gen and the 9th gen systems. And again, it will depend like on the track, what you want to use and whatnot. Fortunately, it doesn't say the track anymore on the like pause menu. Gotta go into the actual like theme to see what the track is now, I think. That's like the last couple updates. But either way, I already gave some pretty good supercar options. For a lap time at least. Lap time is mostly what you want to worry about now, unless it's like on the highway. Then you might even want to use something like a 811 on like a 8th gen system, for example. But otherwise, just stick to options I mentioned earlier. Okay, now I think I'll go over to the casino. And yeah, casino vehicle this time around is the ZZ-8 Rapid GT Classic. I'll go over that later. RP, whatever. And yeah, might have went up a couple ranks compared to last time because I was doing special cargo. And special cargo is pretty good for RP from like the last event. Just want to see where on the legendary or stubborn. I'm pretty sure 1 to 2. I think it might be. Oh, I know, here it is. Yeah, ZZ-8 Rapid GT Classic. $885,000. Alright, yeah, it is the Rapid GT Classic. Just want to make sure one more time on the news wire. And he has a Sport Classic, I'm pretty sure, and I think it's actually kind of decent. But yeah. Again, keep in mind this is before the Criminal Enterprise update, so the performance changes a little bit. I think it's mainly just the HSW Sterling GT. I think mainly this HSW Sterling GT is a new Sport Classic for this latest update, so it wouldn't change by much. Yeah, before this latest update, Rapid GT Classic's an 8-year Sport Classic vehicle according to Graphic 152. Which means it's at least 4th place lap time, probably 5th place now, I assume. So it's still within top 5, probably. And then 10th place top speed. So it's still within top 5 for a lap time is pretty decent and respectable, I would say. But top speed is outside the top 10, I would say for sure, because of the HSW Sterling GT now. So I would only get it for a lap time. I would say it's not that good for top speed anymore, being outside the top 10. So yeah, I feel you lose a little bit of value on this vehicle now with the Sterling GT HSW now in the 9th gen systems only. 8th gen, I would say it's still like just as good on 8th gen as it was before. But yeah, 9th gen not as valuable anymore, but still pretty okay, I would say. So I definitely see it. I would definitely say it's a pretty alright vehicle. So it could be one that's worth doing a good wheel spin for. And yeah, I'll go over to the car meet as well here. And I'll probably go over to the dealerships. And once I'm at like some means dealership, then I'll probably go over more to discounts or whatever. But yeah, I think I'll start over from left to right, like I usually do. But yeah, starting off with the P-Fister Comet S2, this is a sport car. And he has a tuner vehicle as well, which is pretty important to mention when it comes to a sport car. Because basically that means it's not a good sport car, you mainly want it for like tuner subclass of vehicles. And you can also use it for like robbery contracts and stuff as well. But yeah, Comet S2, pretty interesting thing. I believe it starts with active spoilers. I think it has like one of those spoilers that like go up and like down depending on like your speed and whatnot. And with active spoilers, if they get destroyed, I believe you lose that like traction bonus, but of course you can like do a respawn and get your active spoiler back and be back to full health. So it could be something kind of nice to know in terms of like a racing situation. So I believe if this one you can also do like a spoiler that stays permanent on the vehicle as well, not like one of those like ones that go up and down depending on your like speed that can get damaged. So I don't think it's too much of a hindrance for this one like it is for some of the older vehicles that feature those like interesting spoilers. But yeah, like I said before, not going to be good sport car performance. You mainly want it for the tuner subclass. And yeah, between the P-Fisters, I kind of forget if it's where the Growler is better. I kind of think the Growler is actually the better one performance-wise than the S2. But yeah, there used to be a thing with the Comet S2 where you could do like a low grip and like stand setup for a pretty good top speed, but as of the Criminal Enterprise update, or maybe even the contract update, I think they fixed that though. So it was a pretty interesting niche that I had, being able to do like a low grip stand setup for like pretty massive top speed. I think as the last like update or two, that's no longer a thing. So I think because of that, it was like the main appeal of it. I feel this one's kind of a pass. If you want a better P-Fister Comet S2, I think you would want to get like the, what's it called? The Comet S2 Cabrio from the contract update, I think is what it's called. It's like a convertible version of the Comet S2. That one's actually a little bit better. I think that one's actually pretty decent for top speed for the sport class though, I believe. Or at least it was before Criminal Enterprise or whatever. So I would say this one's kind of a pass these days. And yeah, the Emperor ETR1. I might not spend too much more time on these considering they're not on discount or anything, and there's like so many different vehicles, like showcase areas to like show off now with the Criminal Enterprise update. And I'll take a little preview, I guess. But yeah, the other two are supercars. Okay. Yeah, the ETR-1 I don't think is really worth getting. ETR-1 doesn't seem to have that great performance. Because that's like a vehicle from like 2016, so it's pretty dated and it wasn't really ever that great. Besides for like maybe early days before. And then the Coil Cyclone. Obviously there's a Cyclone 2 now, the 9th gen version only. So if you're on 8th gen and you really like the Cyclone, then maybe it's pretty worth it on 8th gen, but only for personal preference reasons, not like performance wise. But yeah, on 9th gen, I definitely want to get it on 9th gen since there's a Cyclone 2 on the 9th gen version. But yeah, Cyclone's even worse performance than the ETR-1 basically. So the only one I would say is somewhat worth getting maybe would be the Comet S2, but even then there's like the Comet S2 Cabrio that came out after from like the contract update. So even then I would say that one's kind of a pass. So I kind of feel all these are kind of a pass this time, to be honest. Then prize ride this time around is the Retinue. And I think it's like a Sport Classic or something. Yeah, prize ride challenge, street race series. You gotta place top 5 for 2 days in a row. That's actually not a bad challenge since street race has a minimum of 2 players. So you basically just gotta win like a bare minimal like 2-player street race for 2 days in a row. That's very easy to do if you really want it. So it's not a bad challenge, and it's only 2 days in a row. It's not like 5 days in a row or some other crazy thing they've done before. For other challenges. So I think it's a pretty alright one. So again, street race series, that's 2 to 8 players. So as long as they're doing within like 2 to 5 players, you're basically guaranteed a place in that challenge. As long as you're not doing like 6, 7, 8 player street races, it's very easy to do. So you might as well go for it if you want. But for performance, though, I'll be checking that right now. But yeah, at least before Criminal Enterprise, the Retinue was 13th place lap time and then 18th place top speed. So, even before Criminal Enterprise, the Retinue is not good, so I would say the Retinue, performance-wise, is not really worth it. And I would explain the easy challenges because it's not that good performance. So I would probably pass on it, probably not worth the effort to get it. Again, only if you really like the cosmetics and whatnot. And then Ubermax Sentinel XS HSW is the HSW test ride this time around. And it's the only coupe as the HSW vehicle, so it's definitely pretty worth it on the 9th gen version of the game, since it's only on 9th gen. But yeah, the Previan apparently still beats it in lap time though, but it is the #1 top speed coupe, at least currently it is. Because for those who don't know, there's actually 2 upcoming coupes for like the tuner class coming out, I think. So yeah, there's 2 like coupe, like tuner vehicles that will be coming out for the drip feed, I believe. So there might be better coupes coming out eventually. But I think no matter what, it's definitely a very worthwhile pickup, being the only HSW coupe vehicle of the game. And yeah. just recently with the Criminal Enterprise update, the Sentinel XS also got some like new like cosmetic modifications, which is nice. There's like a lot more like spoilers and like other kinds of like stuff you can put on the Sentinel XS now, which you couldn't like before the Criminal Enterprise update. So yeah, the Sentinel XS even has like updated customization now, which is nice. So that's an extra incentive to get this one. Still not going to do the random event stuff yet. I might do the vehicle pretty soon here because I'm actually going to go to the luxury autos and the ZZ-8 is actually there. So I might get in there.
Don't judge me, Mom. I gotta make a living.
And yeah, I already explained the pariahs. I don't need to actually explain the pariahs. So yeah, I'm actually going to get the vehicle right now and probably customize it. Because I still don't think it's been like 35 minutes in my lobby so far. So I'm not going to try going for the random events just yet. Unless I end up finding one. But I don't think I'm finding the like locations right now. Yeah, I think that's like the closest one to the city or something for that smuggler plane. Because like most of them are outside the city, I think, so probably won't be getting a random event anyways. So I'm not near like a spawn area. Okay, I don't think this is it. I think it's just an export vehicle, but I'm gonna do it because I want the reputation. So yeah, sorry if it might be a bit longer to get the vehicle if I keep getting more export vehicles. I do want to do them because they are kind of nice to get. But yeah, 770. But yeah, I do want to keep getting that reputation for the further reputation levels. Especially because there is a couple new like export. Because there are a couple new like tuner vehicles coming out, as I mentioned earlier when talking about the Sentinel like XS. And yeah, I assume the like requirements for the trade prices on this tuners won't be that crazy for reputation, but just in case, I do want to do these export vehicles when I get them. For the two that will be coming out for the drip feed. Yeah, I might wait till like an hour. Yeah, I I might wait till an hour to do like those random events, like try to get them, just to make sure it's been enough time in the lobby to be able to spawn them apparently. Because like I said, I think it requires at least 45 minutes for one of them, at most. I don't know, I'm kind of thinking I might have started to be in here for like 45 minutes now. I think it only took me like 5 to 10 minutes or whatever to go through like the main menu. I think at least. But said I would go to the luxury auto zone so I can customize the vehicle earlier. So I might do that. Might as well do that first. Alright, please, no more export vehicles, kindly. See, I probably gotta get rid of them as well to even get those random events. For the new ones. But yeah, pretty much went into like all the details on that, like right here, but here's a closer look at least. So that's what it looks like with the livery and all. And here's the Runner ZZ-8, the new vehicle. And I said I would purchase it here. Because usually I purchase it through the website, but because it's on the like luxury autos, I'm just gonna get it here. It's kind of interesting actually. I mean, it's the first like non-legendary vehicle on here actually. But yeah, I think all the other vehicles were from Legendary Motorsport in this showcase before, but this one's actually from San Andreas, which is interesting. Because usually they do that like Simeon, not here. Probably don't want people test driving the new vehicles though, so I totally get it now. Why they would do it here and not Simeon is probably so people can't test ride it, considering it's a new release. Not defending it, obviously, just trying to explain like the logic behind it at least. Alright, 1339, 210. Looks like there's a little bit of upgrades on that, I think. Alright, yeah, that's about like 20,000 more expensive, so there's probably a little bit of upgrades on it. There it is. Alright, that's cool. The luxury autos thing actually shows up, that's awesome. Oh wow, that's fast actually. Oh, that's fast actually compared to normal. Seems to use like seems easy to like do, which just might be faster than the website kind of.
You calling for some wheels? I'm Johnny on the spot. I'll hook you up. I'll bring it by.
But yeah, time to get this here. And again, I'm not the one there, so I get how exactly it looks like over there. Whereas if I got on like the website, it wouldn't have necessarily looked like this. Oh shoot. Okay, audio. Wait. Okay, yeah, I already turned off music, okay. I heard music though. Probably go to the car means so I can do the headlights at least. I might just go here and then go to there just for the covered headlights and then the test track. Alright, nothing interesting about the brights, just brighter headlights. Obviously being a muscle car, I'll do the wheelie thing here. I think you can wheelie, right? Typically every muscle car can. Yeah. Not that great a wheelie, but don't do it, it looks like. And yeah, I'm not sure if we can normally get these like wheels orange, so I'm not sure if that's something unique for the luxury autos or not. Unless you use like the iFruit app, if that's even possible really anymore. Because from what I hear, it kind of isn't. At least on my gen, I don't think. But 8th gen, I think you might be able to even use the iFruit app for something like that.
You got some beef with the ballers or something? Stops on a dime. Seriously.
Alright. Wow. 20 front bumpers. Alright. Looks like an average of like 2 to 3 different options per bumper. So most bumpers have like 2 to 3 options. I think the last two have like 2 options each. Alright, the last two don't have like a carbon or black option, it looks like. I'm just gonna do the bottom one. Alright, 12 rear ones. Again, looks like a typical like 2 to 3 like per option. Last one seems to only have like 1 option. Same goes with stock though. Again, you just like to do the most expensive.
All the power, the power.
Alright, 12 exhaust options. Looks like 3 stock options. Alright. Looks like pretty much every exhaust has like 3 different options. Ooh, last one was like 4 per one. That's cool. I guess like 4 exhausts for the last 3. I see the carbon performance exhaust again.
Is that street
Like how it has 4
Yes.
different ones. One hoods here. 3 for stock again, like with the exhausts. So it's not like other things where it just has like 1 option for stock. Right, it looks like pretty much every hood has like 3 different options. No hood seems to have like less options, similar to the exhausts again. What's the difference for GT and then the invented stock? Oh, okay. It's like the top of those, it looks like. Or yeah, the top has like vents in them or something. As far as I can tell, that's the only difference. Yeah, I didn't notice any other difference. And there could be, but I don't know. I think it's mainly just the vents in the middle. And yeah, I know carbon's not the greatest looking, but if I stay with the orange and then I have some of the carbon, it could be a pretty interesting, like Halloween-ish, like theme of the vehicle. Plus again, I don't really care about the cosmetics too much. So I typically just do the bottom options most times. I'm just gonna do carbon GT hood. Yeah, I guess do the Halloween loops apparently. I guess those horns are permanent now. Cause like it's not Halloween time like right now, so I guess they made them permanent or something. Depends on what kind of like look I go for, so maybe I'll wait on the horn until I get to like a livery or something, or like the respray as it is. I think I remember go back to the horn, which I don't usually do. Cannot do that to Carmi. Just keep those white for now until I get everything figured out. Okay, so aside for none, obviously there's 10 liveries, which is the typical amount. Tribal Flame looks a bit simplistic. The name to me sounded like it could have been a bit more complicated, but pretty simple one there for those who like the simplistic liveries. Okay. Runner Bird's basically the same thing, but it just adds like something on the hood, it looks like. Seems like a pretty cool one there. White race stripes, another pretty simple one there, but I'd say it's definitely a bit better. Like, I think it definitely gives it a bit more than the Tribal Flame. Oh, it does have stuff on the hood as well, actually, for Tribal Flame. Just gets replaced with the Runner Bird thing on that one. And also there's even stuff on the hood there because of my carbon. Yeah, white. Same thing, but black. White tribal race stripes. Ooh, that's a lot of tribal, actually. It's a good bit of detail for a stripe livery, I would say, compared to normal. And white would have to be the same thing, but with black. Ooh, red flames in the front, that's pretty cool. Definitely gets a bit more complicated starting there, I would say. Your charisma, covers most of the back, kind of, it looks like. And a decent bit of the middle. Even that's a tiny bit at the front, maybe even the hood. San Andreas. Maybe a bit more on the simple side compared to the previous couple. But still could be pretty nice, I would say. Like that little touch on that little touch on like that bit of like orange up there. And then redwood. Honestly, I don't know. I feel there's mostly simple liveries on this, aside from like a couple, and I'm not necessarily a big fan of that, to be honest. I feel the most interesting ones would probably be Red Flame and like Yogarishma. At least to me. But like I said, I just typically go with the bottom option. I don't mind the redwood one too much, at least. Has a bit of zero gas on it, even, which is pretty cool. So it's a mix of like zero gas and like redwood mainly, I would say. Yeah, I like a lot of like hood details that the liveries have on this vehicle. I'd say this one's at least pretty alright. I'd say I'm gonna go redwood. Orange could still go pretty good with the like red on redwood, so I think I will still go with the orange kind of. Because yeah, it started with orange electric auto, so I do kind of want to honor that. Again, we're still gonna wait until I'm done with it to do like the horn and whatnot. Just in case. Okay. Stock doesn't seem to have a mud flat, but basically aside for that, just one option, 3 different things to it. It's just mud guards, and not surprising. Might as well start with a crew emblem. Have like the most ironic crew emblem ever, because it doesn't obviously fit like 95% of vehicles. But hey, it's another sponsorship, why not? That works, I guess. Okay, it has orange for primary. Alright, yeah, it's just a double orange, which I kinda don't like the same color twice much. So either I'll do another orange for a secondary, or I'll do like a black or something again for like a Halloween-ish, like themed vehicle. Maybe I'll even go like a yellow or something. My crew color goes good with the zero gas, so I'm tempted to do that actually. This goes very well with like the stripes there. I'm a bit tempted to do a race yellow or do yellow, possibly no. Have like a bunch of the different colors for like fire. Cause yeah, like redwood and like the cigarettes and whatnot. And yeah, it's only like August, kind of want to throw all that like Halloween theme, perhaps. Thinking a crew color or a yellow for my secondary. God damn it, what do I want to do? Yellow or crew? Again, the crew goes pretty nice for my crew color with the zero gas, I feel, on the livery. So I'm pretty tempted to choose that, actually. Either that or a race yellow is the one I'm kind of going for. It's already like simple, like orange, so I don't want to do like simple yellow per se with it. I don't know. Race, regular yellow or crew. I just like Mountain Dew, that's why I say Dew a lot of times. For whenever you want to do for the couple yellow options in. I guess a muscle car, not really like a sport car for like a race yellow per se, I guess. So yellow or crew, now I've narrowed it down to two. Damn it, I want to fucking do. I don't know, I feel like yellow kind of stands out more compared to the crew color. Like I said, I think the crew color goes very well, actually. I know, like, for the YouTube channel, it's not a very fitting crew color, but still. It's a crew color from, like, years before I even did the channel now, to be fair, and I never really bothered to change it. I do like the crew color, I feel like. I do like my crew color, though. I feel like it goes pretty good on, like, aquatic vehicles, and, like, in this case, like the zero gas. Alright. Yeah, that yellow kind of sticks out more than I wanted to, I would say. It's not necessarily not much yellow on it. Don't livery or anything, mainly my crew emblem. So yeah, to fit zero gas, I'm gonna go to crew color. Actually, I haven't really used the crew color actually on this secondary or like any vehicles yet in the update, I think. I don't know, I forget, I don't necessarily think I did a crew color on like any of my DLC vehicles so far. I could be wrong now. And yeah, the stripe, I do like the stripe on my crew as well. Up there. And yeah, the bumper and like the stripes. Wait, what? Primary, what? What is the primary to it? I swore it said it was orange earlier, but it's not like marked on here anymore for some reason. It's so weird. I thought it said it was regular orange on classic earlier. Yeah, no. I swore it said it was like a classic orange, but now it doesn't claim that anymore for some reason. And I don't think it's a unique color that you can't get normally, so. But yeah, like I said, I do want to keep the orange because it's starting as an orange. And I feel the orange goes pretty nice with the red, even better than like the yellow, I would kind of say. And yeah, like I explained many times, I'm not going to pass that crew color secondary with the 0 gas on the livery. I know it's a pretty good idea there. Yeah, I think that's the colors basically done. Alright, so I guess that means I'll go crew color on the neon then. And there's no crew color on the colored headlights, I'll probably go like electric blue there. When I get to the car meet. Okay, what horn do I want to do now? I think it's actually more of a modern vehicle here, so this might not be fitting of a classic horn per se. And yeah, again, it kind of like went away from the Halloween like horn theme, but I might still do it if I don't think of a better idea per se. What do I want to do here? And I feel like it would be awkward to do this in August. Screw it, I'm just gonna go classic horn. Like I said, I think it's more of a modern vehicle here, but it's a muscle car, and I like to think of classic horns typically with like muscle cars and stuff. So I'm just going to do classical horn too. Screw it. Just make sure everything was right there. Alright, I'm on the roof now, and it has 2 subsections, roof panels, and then roof. Okay. Honestly, that's a little bit boring. Honestly, yeah, that's a little bit boring. It replaces the secondary, but yeah. Stock is secondary, there's primary, plastic, or carbon. I'm just gonna go to carbon. Again, because I feel like it's pretty decent with the orange, like I mentioned earlier. So I don't technically mind it. And I feel on like a hood, I feel the like carbon pillars kind of fitting. Ooh, roof is pretty cool. It's like the Ruiner roof from like the initial Ruiner from day one of Grand Theft Auto 5 and online. Open roof, primary to top. Ooh. Even put some livery on it, which I don't mind. Okay, plastic is actually just plastic, and then certain liveries seem to actually put it on like carbon as well, which is nice. So I might want to go carbon for the livery support on it. Okay, the glass roof is pretty cool, but I'd say that would make getting shot easier by like AIs and stuff too, to be fair. I assume. So that would do. Alright, skirts. 16 skirts. Just one for stock. Alright, it seems minus stock, every single, like, other option has 3 different, like, options per bumper. So every skirt, I mean, if it's the same bumper, has, like, 3 different options. You can even see a little bit of, like, orange past, like, the bumper there. Yeah, I can even see a little bit of orange past the, like, yeah, I keep saying bumper, damn it, I think. I like to touch it being able to see a little bit of orange there with the carbon, some fun with carbon.
That's a beauty right there.
And carbon skirts feel are pretty nice. Alright, stun strips, just typical options for like certain DLC vehicles from the Criminal Enterprise update. I'll just go with typical like black power metal here. Alright, spoilers here. Which obviously you want to do for that little bit of traction bonus. Wait, what? First option is a none option, but then it says secondary stock spoiler. So technically, shouldn't the first one be like stock spoiler? Or like primary stock spoiler? Dang, I guess this might be to not confuse people in that they already have a spoiler for like traction bonus or something. I don't know. Alright. Looks like a typical like 2 to 3 options per spoiler. Yeah, like first couple only have like 2 options, but then the other ones have like 3. So none secondary stock, primary commando, secondary commando, and like from there it's like 3 per one. Oh yeah, oh, that's a high ass spoiler. Definitely doing the high one. And yeah, again, I like the look of carbon spoilers. I think the only bad carbon per se is typically like the hood, I would say, for the most part, and that's kind of off-putting look-wise per se. I feel any other carbon's typically pretty good aside for hood per se.
Now that's a custom job.
Okay. I'm actually a bit surprised actually for a muscle car that there's only like 2 suspension options. I don't know. I feel that's pretty low for a typical like muscle car there. And yeah, the bottom option doesn't have like the camber effect even. But I think within like the last couple years, like some of the bottom suspensions have like the camber effect or something, where it kind of like tilts like wheels like inward or something. I forget how to describe it. So I don't know. A little bit disappointing for the suspension in my opinion at least. Might just be me though, I don't know. But again, maybe it's more of a modern muscle car, so maybe it doesn't make too much sense. Okay, trunk. So there's primary, secondary carbon. I don't know. Carbon trunk might be a bit, but honestly, I'm gonna do it.
Try not to take flight.
Imponte runners ZZ-8 muscle class. And yeah, that's how I do my wheels. I do it off the name of the vehicle and whatnot. So I don't necessarily have much of a better idea. So I'm mainly looking for one that starts with like IRZ or something. Alright, I'm gonna do the classic rod. Even though it might be a modern muscle car, I'm still gonna do the classic rod. And I'll do crew. And yeah, I think it's actually the first like drift feed vehicle that has windows. Not from the whole update, but from like the drift feed week. I think it's the first one that actually has windows, which is pretty interesting. And obviously, if you had like the glass on top, I assume No Limit would have packed that as well. So you could probably even darken like the windows on top too, if you do like the T-roof, whatever, and all. Wait, what? That's interesting. Apparently, I don't. But yeah, that's interesting. Like bottom part there gets colored apparently if you didn't. I know like some vehicles with the headlights do that too, but I don't really know about that piece typically being tinted like that. That's pretty interesting. Again, it's so strange in my opinion, but I don't know, I kinda like it, to be honest. Again, I don't think that's usual, but could be wrong. I wouldn't think so though, because I don't really necessarily think that's glass though, but yeah. Might try to wheelie again now that I got the upgrades. Yeah, I might wheelie again since I have upgrades. Oh yeah, it's much better actually now. Whoa. Oh gee, might be stuck in there. Oh, I got out. Cool. Ah, I wrecked the headlight now. Wanna see how long it lasts here. Again. Whoa. It's kind of a crazy wheelie, I feel. But yeah. I don't know though. I don't know, maybe I'm just overreacting there. Maybe that's not that much of a crazy wheelie. I don't know. Definitely was not my greatest billionaire, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know what game is good there, it seems. Could be the road, I don't know. And yeah, let me actually do colored headlights quick. Meant to do that before, but still. Again, there's no crew option. But again, there's no crew option here, so I'm gonna do the electric blue, my next closest. I would say, at least. figured I would do another one even, because the color I don't know, but yeah. But yeah. Honestly, I don't really feel this is going to be that great of a muscle car, I'll say right off the bat, for performance. Because if you remember much, with previous muscle cars, I think the Buffalo STX, like the Imponte like muscle car from like the agency, is actually one of the better muscle cars, and that's a pretty sporty muscle car. I mean, this one kind of looks pretty sporty, I feel, but at the end of the day, all the ruiners in the game are like muscle cars. This one's also classed as a muscle car. Obviously, it's not like a sport car. But obviously, there's like some Buffaloes that count as like sport cars. So the Buffalo STX could be kind of more of like a sporty muscle car. So I don't necessarily see it as competing with like the Buffalo STX, the like other like kind of best like muscle car as far as I know. But yeah. Again, keep in mind that my like source, like roughly 152, is actually not going to be able to test this vehicle for like a couple weeks, so I don't unfortunately have the like exact performance to mention. But just a guess, I don't think it's going to be as good as like the Buffalo STX for sure. Again, all the ruiners are basically muscle cars, and like certain Buffaloes are kind of like sport cars even. Think of that logic, it's fair to think it's not as good as like a Buffalo STX. Plus, there's actually another muscle car coming out known as like the Vigero something, I think. I forget exactly what Vigero, but there's another Vigero coming out. Plus, on 9th gen, the new like Vigero is gonna have like an HSW upgrade even. So especially on 9th gen, this vehicle is definitely not necessarily going to be worth it. Because there's an HSW muscle car coming for the drift feed apparently. So this already is not going to be the best like HSW vehicle, I would say, the DLC, or not HSW, but like I assume it already won't be the best muscle car of the Criminal Enterprise update. Because again, that Vigero that's coming out apparently will have HSW upgrade on 9th gen. Could be pretty decent for 8th gen especially, but 9th gen, just from first impressions, from what I know is coming for the drift feed, I just don't think it's going to be worth it. That's just first impressions, at least. And yeah, I'm not the most race savvy, so I wouldn't know, and I know this isn't the greatest test here, but this is the kind of test I do. Yeah, I figured I would mention before racing here, because I don't want my racing getting packed up too much. As I'm like talking and whatnot. I don't know, I mean, like around a minute now in here, and this might actually be pretty decent for a muscle car, at least. I don't know, it could be a pretty decent muscle car. I'm just saying it might not be as good as like a Buffalo STX, though. And again, like a Vigero, whatever is coming out like later on, and it's gonna have a 9th gen like HSW upgrade as well, apparently. So for a Colonel Enterprise DLC, it's not gonna be the best muscle car, I would assume anyways, at least for 9th gen. So I don't know, it could be kind of a pass right away for those that are more knowledgeable in the true feed I just mentioned. That's yet to come out. And I think the Vigero is actually not too far from where we're releasing, but yeah. Yeah, I don't think the Vigero's too far from releasing either, and the GTA like Plus benefits for that dumb subscription actually ends like August like 31st. And typically with HSW vehicles, they tend to do the HSW upgrade like early for the subscription. So I could see something like that happening, so perhaps they release this pretty soon. And the Ruiner ZZ-8 would already kind of be pretty outclassed by then. So I don't know, I'm just saying it's not the safest investment per se again. I'm not trying to be critical of it, I do like this vehicle, but yeah. Just know there's another muscle car and I will be getting HSW upgrade on next gen. So you might want to think about purchasing this, especially if you're tight on money for any reason. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try going for those random events now. I think it's definitely been plenty of time in this session where it might definitely be possible for it to spawn, obviously. So I'm gonna go for the random event. Hopefully I get lucky with it like I did for the metal detector one. So hopefully I don't have too much problems trying to get them. But again, there's like 5 locations per thing, so I'll be checking each one just in case. I'll start with the flare one. Unless I obviously get like a plane, like wow, I look for a flare, then I'll obviously deal with it then. And yeah, with the metal detector, I would like sit around for a while. I was sitting around for a while at one point, and I just left and then suddenly it spawned, which was pretty interesting. So something like that could happen again, for all I know. So if I don't get one, then maybe I should sit at a location for a bit, then leave after talking about some like discounts or something. And yeah, you don't have to be in a populated lobby either, by the way, I didn't mention yet. But you can be in a lobby by yourself and invite only, and you can still get it apparently, so don't worry about like player sizes or anything. I assume it would be better to be in the smaller lobbies even, because that would probably increase the spawns, because the game doesn't have to like dedicate as much resources to like other players and whatnot. Alright, still not really getting it here, it seems. Honestly, on DDs within like the first like 20 to 35 minutes, and it's not like you have to stay in the lobby for that much time. But I assume you gotta like, I assume it's more like being in the lobby for a certain amount of time and not like doing it within like the first 20 to 35 minutes, whatever. And yeah, like typical random events, I assume it's best to be in like a air vehicle, like a helicopter, or maybe even a plane in some cases as well would be kind of better. obviously a plane you can get to like different locations faster. But obviously a helicopter would be nice to have the most convenience to get to the random event, like when you need to get out of your like vehicle. But yeah. But I think the fastest vehicle or something, if you're trying to get to all the different locations for the random events as quick as possible, would be like a Pyro or something. Pyro like Alpha Z1 or something like that. For like a jet or like a plane. And obviously something like a Sparrow could be good for like a helicopter. And maybe the new Canada as well for a new helicopter. That could be good for getting to point A and point B. That's just like a campfire, it looks like. Plus, it would maybe marked by like a blue icon, I assume, like any ever random event. So if you don't get in, and obviously it wouldn't be marked, I assume. Oh, there's a marker there, apparently. Weird. It's not it, isn't it? Weird. Okay, interesting. I could have sworn I completed that before, but okay. Figured it was that, but yeah. Swore I did that before, but okay. I'm not very sure if it's going to spawn there now because of that. So I'm going to try to move back to the first one then. Maybe sit there for a few minutes because that's what worked for me in the metal detector last time. Yeah, staying around for a few minutes actually worked for me actually with the metal detector on those like spawn locations. Not saying that's a reliable way of getting it, it's still. I guess when I did that, maybe the game didn't save right with my signal jammers or something one time. Because I did that for like a live stream, I could have sworn I did all 50. Yeah, I don't remember any other random event like spawning that I didn't do anything with. Don't need an export vehicle, but I already delivered it, so that wouldn't interfere, I don't think. might go over a discount or two or something and try to leave or something or whatever. Again, I'll go to the Premium Deluxe Motorsport dealership later. Still gotta do that. Still gotta do the HSW control, but I'll do that later again. Okay. Didn't mention this yet, but I'll still show it off later because I have to go to the clothing store for this, but yeah. I already did because I had to change my spawn location, whatever. So yeah, I had to change my spawn location, so I already got the unlock. I just didn't get to show it yet. But yeah, players who log into GTON before August 24th will receive a free pair of wild stripe pool sliders to keep things cool and casual. Yeah, there is a new clothing unlock that I have to show later. Alright, I'll talk about a money opportunity here. Okay. But yeah. Okay, in some circumstance, I did manage to show every single race that is on the 2 times money in an RP. But basically, according to the Newswire, it is all land and then air races on 2 times money in RP. There's kind of a noticeable exception though. minus the first two Caprico races, which are bike and like C races. The other ones technically are on 2 times money in RP for Caprico races as well, minus the first two again, because that's boat, because that's bike and then boat race. So all regular land races, air races, and then the Cayo Perico air races and land races, which it doesn't necessarily specify on the newswire, is only 2 times money in RP. What's not going to be on 2 times money RP is like the open wheel races and then like the street and like pursuit races and other kind of special races. I assume the Cayo Perico ones are still on 2 times for most of them because it's new content mainly. I assume that's why that one's kind of an exception. Because that's pretty much all the land and like all the regular land and air races. So the only Cayo Perico ones that aren't double right now is Bike and Subscribe and then Coast Clear. Not gonna lie, I'm a little bit surprised the Blazer Rock ones count, because those are kind of special vehicle races, because it's a special vehicle and not like a traditional land race. But yeah, the Blazer Rock ones count too, which is kind of nice. And those were definitely some of my more favorite ones, I would say. So any regular land air race, and then all but the first two Capri races, because again, bike and boat race. So yeah, most Capri races are the only exception to the rule. So if you haven't played most of the Capri races from the first week, then you have a good opportunity this week as well, minus the first two. So those are some of the ones I would say are more worth playing right now, just because there's some of the newer races right now. I only recommend those ones because they're some of the newer races. But yeah, typically land and air races, even with the 50% bonus, I don't necessarily feel it's going to be all that worth your time. Obviously, it's much better to put that time into something that's not on a money opportunity right now, like Cayo Perico Heist, or like Special Cargo or something for like the invite only. So they can be done in now. And then, yeah, there's the extra 50% money in an RP on the clubhouse contracts as well. And those can be done entirely in free mode for the MC clubhouse contracts. So it's definitely the weakest of the money opportunities, but it's another nice chance to place in the Cayo Perico races and then get some extra money while you're doing them. Besides for that, I don't feel it's really that worth it again, because there's MC clubhouse contracts at 50% more money. And that might even stack with the 2 times on like the clubhouse contracts too. Because yeah, there's like a 2 times on the clubhouse contracts for like the email thing in addition to the 50%, assuming they stack again. So I feel the clubhouse contracts are just a lot more worth the time right now. So I honestly don't really recommend it too much. Alright, I guess this game doesn't want to give me the rain event, then do one more run through for the flares right now, I guess, or maybe I'll just go on to the other one then. Yeah, looks like I'm not getting the first one here for this regular plane. I thought I saw something happen here, but okay. I thought I saw something with the ground changing or something. Okay, Vinewood Hill was there for the next one, it looks like. No, doesn't seem to get here either. Bit above, like, the Lanak Dam is the next one, it looks like. Alright, over up there now. Alright, only one last one to check now. Of course, I didn't even get any of them, apparently. That's random events for you. Yeah, of course I didn't fucking get any, and that's fucking random event for you. They want to be the most inconsistent thing in the game when it comes to spawning and whatnot. Either that, or you have to do within like the first like 20 to 35 minutes. One of the two, and see where like you have to be in a lobby for 20 for 5 minutes for a chance at it. Or you have to do within like the first 20, 35 minutes. So it's either in those first 20, 35 minutes or like after the first 20, 35 minutes, 1 and 2. I assume I read it right, it was supposed to be like after 20, 35 minutes, so being in one session. And again, it can be like invite only, so you can do it all by yourself and whatnot without other players in the lobby and stuff. It's just it doesn't want to spawn, unfortunately, for either of the two. Alright, I'll talk some discounts for ones that aren't like at the main dealership, at least for now. But yeah, biker clubhouses are 40% off. I think this is the most expensive one at like $495,000. It's only $297 right now. Not that huge savings considering they're pretty cheap at default. But yeah, none of the renovations are on discount. And yeah, I'll say that's a new feature here with the custom bike shop. But yeah, unfortunately not on discount, which obviously I would have expected with the new content on it. And they won't obviously discount new content right away. But yeah, the property itself, yeah. Yeah, the property itself is definitely very nice, especially with the new like custom bike shop modified vehicle feature. And the clubhouse contracts, those are nice. And yeah, the biker businesses, you need it for the biker businesses as well. So there's a couple things especially make it quite worthwhile. And be able to spawn bikes next to you with that menu is very impressive. I think it's even faster than the mechanic by like a couple seconds. But yeah, this update, they actually made the mechanic faster now. So the mechanic's pretty fast now as well though. Yeah, the mechanic's pretty fast now as well with the new update, but yeah, the bike spawning feature next to you is very amazing still. So definitely can't go wrong with a biker clubhouse. Speaking of the biker clubhouse and 40% off, there's also 50% off of biker jackets. So for some clothing stuff, 50% off biker jackets. So a little cosmetic discount there. And then yeah, Silicon Classics has Simeons. So I'll do that later. And yeah, if you want to do spawns, our best attack would probably be the ones over here, because there's one flared and one of the planes over here. Field is probably the best like area to check since there's like two pretty close to each other. It's kind of too close to get over here as well. Again, one flare and then one like plane thing. It's kind of free in a line here actually though. A plane, another plane, and then a flare in a line there. But I feel this area is probably the best to check. So there's one like plane and flare pretty close to each other. But it's probably the best area to check here, in my opinion at least. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll try like a pyro or something later. So I can get the spawn easier. Probably not though. Of course they're called random events and stuff, so we're just hopping on like complete randomness and whatnot. Fortunately the game just doesn't want to give me one, of course. Might go to a clothing store next and then Simeon's. And yeah, after taco discounts and stuff, I'll use them to like time trials. Every time trial with RC one basically. Because I'm not a big fan of them. Not that I hate them, it's just pretty boring in my opinion. Just only one vehicle to even use.
Let me know if you need help.
And the full sliders might be glasses, I'm not sure.
You
Could be
won't find
wrong.
those anywhere else.
Ah, fuck. sliders to be like pants or something. I'm not sure. I guess a shirt, so I don't like most unlocks. I don't know. I'll have to look it up, honestly.
That material is imported.
And again, I got in the previous lobby, so it's not like I can even check that for like the notification if it were to save. And so I'm gonna have to look it up or something.
Those are selling fast.
Okay, it wasn't special top, so I didn't see anything for like pants. Didn't have a star for it at least. Special hats would be the only realistic one here, I assume. Wait, would those be shoes actually? Sliders would make sense for shoes actually. Because I kind of looked at the news wire, not gonna lie. But they don't necessarily mention it's shoes, but. Oh, okay, they're flip flops, alright. But yeah, login reward for the event. Wow, it's right pool sliders if you want to collect some flip flops, I guess. Which again, they didn't do any new flip flops since like before the criminal enterprises, which is pretty interesting. Some more flip flops, I'll take it, I guess.
Bye. Enjoy your birthday.
That shook me up.
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Oh no.
Well, I thought I was actually gonna hit the, to be honest. I don't know why, but I actually thought I was gonna hit the crane there.
I was supposed to go to the beach, but they completely shut down the Elysian Fields freeway.
But yeah. Again, the red, like, Speedo here is not normally available for purchase. If you want, like, a Speedo for purchase, then this is a good week to do that, because it's not normally purchasable. Not normally purchasable, hence why you can't see a website on that one. Be at 15,000 for the Speedo, but yeah. I assume you can't really do much for it, aside for, like, insure and whatnot. I'm not sure if you can do like armor upgrades or anything on the Speedo. You might only be able to like insure it and then like lost like theft prevention and stuff like that. I don't know. Like literally like the most basic stuff you might only be able to do that. You might not even be able to do like armor even. Let's round with it in a test drive though. Why not? I just don't really see this Speedo being not worth getting, to be honest, so it's probably the most disappointing so far. Because I used to Dubsta, like, 2, whatever is a pretty unique version of the Dubsta, because there's like a couple different versions of the Dubsta. Like the regular one even. And what else? Oh, and then Tornado, at least you can turn that to Tornado Custom. I'm pretty sure even on a convertible one that you can't normally purchase, even if that can at least be turned to Tornado Custom if you didn't want it to stay that normal anymore. But the Speedo Custom is like completely separate from the regular Speedo for like the Speedo Custom from like the nightclub update and the after hour update. Like, you can't really do much with this vehicle, so honestly, I'm not really sure if this one's really all that worth purchasing. Plus, this might be the least expensive of them so far, so that also basically tells you it's not that worth it. I almost want to buy it just to see, like, what you can do with it much, but, yeah. Plus, that you could probably find this on, like, the street or something easily if you wanted to just paint one. Like, yeah, street spawns aren't the most reliable compared to just being an outright purchase like that, but, yeah. Yeah, then there's like Winnie Dynasty. Trying to forget what update it was from. Might be like San Andreas Super Auto, like Super Sports Series update, whatever the hell. I forget. Not even on discount though, so not really worth mentioning. The Fagaloa. I'm not sure. Maybe that's also like San Andreas Super Sports Series update. I don't know. Can't even remember what updates these two were from, to be honest. Nor do I really care to look, to be honest. Yeah, then there's the Sultan Classic and the Impaler here. I guess I'll talk about them a bit while I test drive them. Unlike the spreadsheet from roughly 152. Alright.
Hey, that's a great car.
But yeah. The Karen Sultan Classic. Karen Sultan Classic, from what I saw on the spreadsheet from roughly 152. Again, keep in mind the performance would be before the Criminal Enterprise came out. Is a 13th place lap time and like a 50-something-ish like place top speed. So its top speed is absolutely abysmal for the sport class since it has like 90 to like 100 vehicles or whatever. But the lap time is just a little bit beneath the top 10, so it's nowhere near the worst for a sport class, but yeah. There was also the Sultan RS Classic that would end up, yeah. Something cool about Sultan Classic though is it's actually the San Andreas Sultan, I think, from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas from like 2004. AKA like kind of the best Grand Theft Auto ever released from Rockstar. At least for 3D Universe, I would say. Feature-wise, at least, and map-wise and stuff. I think it's like the San Andreas Sultan in GTA Online. That's pretty cool. And yeah, eventually they would end up coming out with like a Sultan RS Classic from like the Los Santos Tuners update just from like the last year or whatever. But yeah, this is a 4-door version that came out with Diamond Casino Heist. And it's basically the San Andreas Sultan, I'm pretty sure. From the 3D universe. But yeah, performance-wise, not good. For the sport class, apparently. Used to be pretty good, but not anymore. And yeah, I think the Impaler is on discount too. actually talk about another vehicle here real quick that's not civilians. That will be motorcycles. But yeah. Ignore the $0 sale on Vortex. It's because I have the Criminal Enterprise starter pack and it's still like the money icon here. But yeah. Seems the normal price is $356,000. So whatever half of that is, probably is the 50% off price. So you'll basically get it for under $200,000 right now. But yeah, basically you'll get it for under $200,000 right now for the Vortex if you don't have the Criminal Enterprise starter pack. But yeah, because you can get the Criminal Enterprise starter pack where you get the vehicle for free, honestly, that alone I feel makes it kind of not worth picking up. But performance-wise, it's 12th place for lap time and then 21st place for top speed. And its performances are still right because there's no motorcycles with the Criminal Enterprise starter for the Criminal Enterprises update. Yeah, the Criminal Enterprises DLC did not introduce new motorcycles, so yeah, those are still up-to-date numbers for the performance from roughly 142 on the Vortex. But yeah. But yeah, sorry for it's being really fucking shitty right now, but yeah. Even though the performance isn't good on it though, I'm pretty sure it's in a transform race, so. Again, one of the Rockstar created transform races. I think the Vortex actually appears in one of them. I don't know which one, but yeah. I think at least one of the transform races has the Vortex in it, so having a custom version of the Vortex will actually help you out in like a transform race, I'm pretty sure, so. But yeah. Custom Vortex can actually help you out on the transform races. That's actually a pretty niche use for the Vortex. Putting like not great performance aside. And then I think I'll talk about this one next. This one's actually on Arena War. Alright, yeah. So that will be easy to explain. I'm not going to talk about the stock version much because there's a better version of it.
I really like your car, you know?
That's cool. It's like there's little things that go up and down by the headlights. That's pretty cool. But yeah. Did it cost the Impaler? But yeah. The Class A Impaler, I'm not going to talk about the stock version because that's a better version, but yeah. Given it's on the Arena War website, you can actually upgrade it to an upgradable version that has like weaponized capabilities on it. So you can weaponize the vehicle if you upgrade it to the Arena version. So that alone I feel makes the Impaler a very worthwhile purchase, since you can turn it into an actual useful vehicle for like stuff like Headhunter and stuff like that. Now yes, it's a ground vehicle, it's not air vehicle, so its transportation is kind of going to be pretty lacking. It means it won't be a very good money-making vehicle per se, but at least it's actually useful for money-making on like 95% of like civilian vehicles in the game, obviously, with like mounted weaponry on the Arena upgrade. So how could I not recommend it? Plus, the regular Impaler is actually a retro vehicle from the very first Grand Theft Auto game. So like how the Sultan Classic appears in San Andreas previously, the Impaler appeared in the very first Grand Theft Auto game, Grand Theft Auto 1. So it appears in Grand Theft Auto 1, literally the first entry of the series, so it's a very nostalgic vehicle here for the Impaler. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, performance for the regular version I assume is not that good anyways though. I'm not gonna really talk about it much again, but yeah. Just because you can weaponize it, that alone makes it very worthwhile. In particular for the arena upgrade. Okay, honestly, I thought it was Franklin for a second. I'm like, what the? Franklin and Simeon are actually cool together again, or what? Wait, what? You can kill people in here, what? How did I kill them, what? Don't even know I killed her. Apparently I killed someone Simeon's dealership. It's funny. I really don't get how it happened, but apparently I killed someone in the dealership. It'd be funny if I could get one level in here too, but yeah. Doubt it. What if I could kill these ones since they're sitting? You can typically insta-kill people when they're sitting. I don't know, that was weird. I was just sort of wow, killed them there. Alright. Another discount that's not at Simeon's I'll talk about right now is on Benny's. And yeah, I'll talk on Dale later. And yeah, the rest of the discounts aren't actually at Simeon's. Not the regular, but it's a custom version. Oh, you can't even see the regular one, apparently. Oh, maybe if you do this, actually, yeah. But yeah. The Willard Faction Custom, whatever the upgrade price is, ignore the price down there. It's not for the custom, it's for the regular version, but yeah. You get 40% off the Faction Custom upgrade price, not the donk, but the regular one. And I'm pretty sure it's not good performance, but I'll check. Alright, yeah.
We're looking at Tuesday, right?
But yeah, before Criminal Enterprises, the Faction Custom's at F tier muscle car, so it's very bad performance-wise. And yeah, it's 40th place, and then 34th place for laps on top speed. Again, it's before the Criminal Enterprise update. But if anything, it would be like even worse because of Criminal Enterprise DLC, like muscle cars, I assume. So yeah, don't get it for performance. You want it for the crazy customizations that you can clearly see here because it's on Benny's. And yeah, the regular Gondale is 40% off. And yeah, as you can see, you can turn the Gondale into an upgrade for Benny's. But even better, you can also turn it into an arena version, like with the Impaler, which means that you can weaponize it as well. I think The Impaler is a better option. But yeah. I think the Impaler is honestly a better option though. Because the Impaler... Impaler's not super tall, it's still like the same size. The Impaler is still the same size and not super tall in anything. So it's way more usable, I would say, on the Impaler. But yeah, because of the crazy like width and like size and everything, the arena version of the Glendale was pretty crazy tall and like wide and everything. So that kind of ruins its utility. So it wouldn't be as good, I would say. Because being too tall, it might not be able to shoot like lower vehicles of the machine guns. But it might not be able to shoot certain like vehicles of the machine guns because of high positioning. So I would say the Impaler is a better option. But the fact you can weaponize both of them with the arena upgrades, I think makes them both highly worth it alone. Yeah, you died, or were you somehow in the dealership of all places where you normally can't kill like anyone really, I assume, because you can't use weapons in it. Since you can't use weapons in it, and then there's like invisible walls that prevent like explosives going through and whatnot. Okay, I'm gonna do the time trials next, actually. Minus RC Bandito again, because I don't like those ones. Not because they're hard or anything, but just because they're boring. Because you can only use that one vehicle, so therefore, doing that one time, you basically experience full time trial. Whereas, like, other ones, at least you can use different vehicles. Alright, the stone doesn't want to spawn here, at least, for the smuggler plane.
Hey, buddy! Looking good!
What you need, boss? Some wheels? I can bring them around. It's on the way. Calling for some wheels? I'm Johnny on the spot. I'll hook you up. I'll get there as soon as I can.
Yeah. But yeah. Finding my annoying piece of shit big ass rubber was out of the fucking way. Fucking seriously, first day I was covering that DLC, the new Criminal Enterprise update, all mad about car revving or some shit, like it's part of the fucking game, bull. Didn't know it was even allowed for the bitches. He's all going in on his room constantly. But yeah. Like I was saying earlier, I think when I was first talking about the time travel, I only really recommend Knockout Drag when it comes to taking the train tracks. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, I only recommend Knockout Drag when it comes to taking the train tracks. Because obviously it's a motorcycle, and yeah, obviously it's a motorcycle, so it can stay on like the rails easier and not lose speed as much. I was just mainly curious about the second two with the like train track because it has that crazy acceleration, so it goes top speed pretty quick. So I was wondering how it would work, but yeah, it's a bit short on time, unfortunately. So yeah, just take highway and whatever. So GPS route's good for anything besides for the drag. I would say maybe the drag would benefit more from the train tracks, like I mentioned. Yeah, I'm doing my typical Cyclone 2 run. That's the vehicle I'm running with frequently on these time trials, by the way. That's why I'm using the Cyclone 2. Just for those who may be interested. Not going to do Sterling GT until I get through the current set of time trials entirely with the Cyclone 2. So after Cyclone 2, I'll probably go on to the new HSW vehicles from the Criminal Enterprise update. So I'll probably do the new update HSW vehicles once I'm done with Cyclone 2, by the way. First Star GT and then the Vajero one that's coming on, like I mentioned. Oh, shoot, no. It's gonna be too much time lost to deal on this .5. And yeah, if I don't do it here, I'm just gonna respawn my vehicle and repair it, basically. Come on, this fucking rain doesn't help either right now. Oh my god, I fucked it, of course. Of course, my bro is fucking shitty. this rain, my fucking throat would fucking stop, then. But yeah, sorry about that. Throat's being really fucky right now. Of course it is. Oh, but hey, at least the rain stopped. Because of that all. Rowing the train came at the worst time possible, of course. Or actually, I wasn't going to go on the train tracks, but still might have been in the way there on the GPS. Come on.
Raise up now, motherfucker!
I feel I'm doing a good bit better this time, I hope at least. Again, the unfortunate thing about Cyclone 2 is being electric. It doesn't have really good top speed though. Like, he has that instant 0 to 60 to get the top speed pretty quick, but the top speed itself is not quick though. Because again, it's an electric car. The one electric HSW vehicle in the game, obviously. Yeah, that kind of messed me up not slowing down there last time, I think. Cost on my time loss last time. Alright, making a pretty good time, it looks like this time. Should do it. As long as I'm careful at the end. Alright, yep. Finally, took plenty of times on that one, but still. Especially because of train tracks and all. Oh, okay, cool, right here. I expect to spawn like right next to me, actually. But I guess this kind of works for personal aircraft. But yeah, I'm doing here at the Pyro is I'm trying to get these things as fast as possible. As far as I know, the Pyro is apparently the fastest jet from whatever. For plane, like an actual plane, I'm pretty sure the off the Z1 is like the fastest top speed and whatnot. But for jet, I think that makes it Pyro. I'm trying to see if I can spawn it, if I can get into them quick and whatnot. Of course, pay off on it. Almost thought I got one there, but it's not. I can bait on it instead of off it. And if I can't get it this time, I might try a number invite only, see if you have to do it within the first 20, 35 minutes or something. Or from last on GT Wiki, it sounds like you have to, like, be in a lobby for like 20, 35 minutes to have a chance to get it. So I'm trying to refresh lobby after, and if not, then it's basically gonna be it for the stream, because I pretty much covered everything aside for this all. And yeah, by the way, I wasn't speaking all during that, like, outside time trial, like, outside too, but yeah, that one's real easy with just the Octo Dragon and obviously, like, whatever other faster motorcycle. I assume in the 8th gen version would be pretty good. Okay. Oh, I got one. Yes. Finally, got a smuggler plane. Of course, I have to be in the Pyro of all things. Not that I hate the Pyro, obviously, I love the Pyro, but would have been nice to have this in the Sparrow earlier. So yeah, maybe take like a fast vehicle like the Pyro or something if you don't have much luck. If there's something. Oh, yikes. Yes, smuggler plane 1. Which was number 6 for 10 on my points of interest I showed earlier. Wait, what the heck? What's that export vehicle? Yeah, I think that's an export vehicle down there too. Funny. Funny how that works. I did after then. So I think it is, you do have to be in the lobby for 20 to 35 minutes depending on the event, what I've heard from GT Series videos. So you guys are going to crash into water, and it's basically a briefcase. For a smuggler plane. Ship crash and he's bouncing and poking it. Worth it. I mean, that was savage. Good job, like that. And you get to start 1 level when you do this. Yeah, it's like this briefcase from like story mode that you find underwater as well. Yeah, 25,000. You do all that for 25,000, bro. It's terrible. Even though like 7th gen like plane takedowns gave you like 30, but like 35,000, I think. That's what these reminded me of, especially this one plane reminds me of the old like plane takedowns that you could do in the 7th gen version. Before, of course, they shut down the 7th gen version servers and whatnot. Cause yeah, 7th gen had like all the like cool like old free mode events that I actually much prefer, kind of. Like yeah, some of them were pretty, a lot of them were pretty simple and stuff, kind of. But some of them had like quite the charm that you don't see in these newer free mode events, in my opinion. I just don't know how to explain it. Like sure, yeah, the old plane takedown, you just like take down a plane, which is super easy, but still I felt it was like way funner than that, kind of chasing a plane all the time. I don't know, I like this one too, but I do prefer the 7th gen one that used to be a thing. That was from like the heist update, and it got taken out of like 8th gen with like the free mode event update, I think it was. That had all the like boring, that had like most of it was like boring free mode events. Oh yeah, not mechanic, you can't do down there. Even Morse Mutual, because I think I gotta get it back.
Morse Mutual, how can I be of service?
Worth it.
My best.
$24,000 payout now, but worth it. Finally got it when I was in there. Oh, the export vehicle's gone, or wait, no, that's a drug vehicle, I think. I think if it disappears, like when you go away from it, I think it's a drug vehicle. Yeah, I should despawn that, whatever. It's not coming close to land right now anyways, because of the, like, free mode event. I see something like a Sea Sparrow or something could be pretty good for that, going into water like that. Yeah, like a Sea Sparrow, something like a Sea Sparrow or like a Sea Breeze or something could actually be a pretty good one for that one. Honestly, I didn't think of that for the ones that go in the body of water like that. Alright, yeah, it reappeared, so I think it's actually a drug vehicle, because the export vehicles stay on the map. Sparrow, of course. Yeah, well, that stupid drug vehicle doesn't ruin the spawn of it, but I destroyed it, so I assume it doesn't really matter anymore. Plus, there's clearly 2 events there in a row of the plane and then that drug vehicle. I was saying I have to take care of after, just in case. I assume you can get both in one lobby as well. Better read the case at least, because I am waiting for like 20, 35 minutes, whatever the fuck. From what I've heard. See, apparently I gotta wait like 20, 35 minutes in a fucking lobby to even get these. Yeah, as I mentioned before. Oh, I got it. Nice. Yes, got them both with Pyrus right here. And then, that's what I heard is people recommend doing like a pyro or something super fast like that, like a plane. Spawn them, and it does work like a charm actually. Oh, there it goes into the water.
Morse Mutual Insurance. How can we help you? Okay.
Then you investigate fire, and then you gotta fill like a few more, I think, and then you get to your final one. Yeah, I guess I'll do a Mark II oppressor just to get around and off quickly. And yeah, you discover a smuggler trail, I will say, when you get to the first flare. And yeah, you gotta then keep going for all of them. Come on, that's all the way over there. Can't believe it's make me go all the way over there to get it. I didn't know I spawned where I was, like literally no. And yeah, I'm still debating on if I want to put explosive cannons down here since they like nerfed the missiles though. But honestly, missiles are probably still better than those explosive cannons. I almost do want to put the explosive cannons on since they nerfed the missiles and all that. Yeah, there's the second one. Oh. Guess you don't interact with the other one. What the fuck happened there? Character was like on him and fall off of it or some shit. Next one. Yeah, you can pick it up in a vehicle apparently as well, by the way. Where's the next one? Oh, okay, no, we'll put them focus on it. And yeah, there will be enemies that try to attack you as well, apparently, in this one. And once I want to level violence. I'm gonna try to get it now, because their AI isn't something great. And yeah, never 25,000. I almost don't want to use these ship missiles, but I'll do. And I don't call them shit because they're not as good anymore. Not that they necessarily are, no. Alright, first try on both. Nice. Even with the post-nerf missiles. Alright, that was it for the random events. I actually got them both at the end with the pyro there, and that was nice. It was a nice last-ditch effort to get them both. And of course, once I did that, I actually got them both pretty quick. Of course, before that, I couldn't get them whatsoever, though. Of course not. And then last but not least, they actually give like details on what's gonna come out next week actually on the newswire. But yeah, next week in GTA 9 there's good news for Sprunking E-Coil OS looking to wreck your brand. Plus Omar needs your help locating his missing product. There's a new weapon uncover and then much more. Sounds like there's 3 really crazy things happening next event week apparently. But yeah, Sprunken Eco, that's like the little like thing that was like data mined or whatever from Los Santos tuners. But yeah, back in Los Santos tuners, there's a data mine with like a Sprunk Eco, like powering like Saber livery and like parachute bags and stuff. Seems like that event's finally happening next week. That's some pretty crazy event stuff. For Spunky Cola. I hear they might be tied to like parachuting things, not sure if that will be true. Would make sense with some of the leaks that were put out before. And yeah. And yeah. Lamar needs your whole looking missing product. There was a leak to collectible with the Criminal Enterprise update where you pick a product for Lamar. So I think it mainly just gives you merchandise and then like bare minimal cash kind of, just like 100 of them or something I think. But, yeah. Gonna be quite the grind, sure. And then yeah, the new weapon uncovers like the M16, whatever, like that service carbine, whatever. So the second like DLC weapon will be coming out next week, it seems. Unless they're just hinting at some drift feed and it's not all necessarily coming out in like the next week. We have all 3 of these things do come out next event, that's going to be very insane. be it for the stream. I expect it to be almost 3.5 hour one, to be honest. Didn't think it was going to be anywhere near as long as the Draugr one, because I thought the races would be a lot more gameplay. But as I showed, I kept trying to get the random events over and over, and it didn't happen until I got in my pyro and went all crazy searching around. Of course, that's random events for you. They don't want to spawn until you do some really crazy shit, basically. Or get super stupidly lucky or something. That's kind of part of why I was on, was because of the like random events trying to find it even. Because I didn't want to spawn earlier for both of them. But yeah. Next stream is probably going to be a next GT Online Event Week stream. I'm not going to be doing my biker stream like I thought like I would last week, because I was doing special cargo last week. And there's biker like clubhouse stuff on a money opportunity that's going to be going away after the next event, obviously. Pretty much. So yeah, this week's off the table because of the extra 50% off the clubhouse contracts. And I didn't mention that actually, the clubhouse contracts. Some of them on double rate. Yeah. Some of those like contracts on double with the email thing right here go to like 70,000. So an extra 50% more if you still get that 70,000. That could be like over 100,000 for some biker clubhouse contracts if they like stack with the like 2 times on here for that 50% more. So you can get some pretty decent money for those clubhouse contracts. Didn't mention it too much till now, honestly. But yeah. Now that's pretty much it for this stream. Again, next stream will likely be the next GT Online Event Week stream. So that will finally be it for the stream. Hope you enjoyed.